I have this engineer friend who has been making content, reels after reels after reels after reels after reels after reels. If you met him in real life, you wouldn't believe that he's such a funny guy. If you looked at his videos, they are utterly boring. And he keeps on asking me that why don't people watch my videos? So there are two explanations to this. First one is that Instagram is a platform where people don't go to find solutions or to learn anything. They go for random stuff. One reel is about a death of a celebrity. The another one is about a cat. The another one is about a funny video. It's just random stuff. So if you're teaching on Instagram and that too in a boring manner where you're giving information, it's not going to work. Might be working on YouTube where you are solving problems and people go to search. Since then, his views have gone up and he has been able to get a lot more attention because now his concepts are not just solving problems, but they are more relatable and people are naturally interested when he presents them in a funny way. He makes jokes in between. That is the same thing with Samay Raina, one of the funniest people on the internet right now. Second thing, if you actually want to find the people who are interested in those problems, then you need to shift to YouTube with the long format because people go with the intention to solve problems on YouTube, while Instagram has a completely different intent. Right now, he has access to the biggest celebrities on the internet, in the film industry, in politics, in entrepreneurship, and he can get them on his show and they would want to be on his show. He wouldn't need to invite them. They are waiting for him to invite. That is invaluable. So if you are somebody who has access to people in your industry, the experts in your industry, the biggest names in your industry, you must reach out to them. Get them in front of the camera with you so that people can actually see you with them. And when people see you with those people, you actually borrow credibility and trust from that person, and that also starts applying to you. Next important thing that we all loved about Sunny was how genuine he is and how real he is. We saw that in his first season. People are giving him money and he was roasting them. Some brands might not like it. Legacy brands wouldn't want that to happen with their brand. But this works for Gen Z brands because genuineness and reality was missing from our TVs. If you are somebody who can call out practices in your industry that are hurting others, because then people will start seeing you as a genuine and real person. And when trust builds, especially with the long format content, your audience will have more trust on it, and that is what you want. This is an epidemic where professionals try to teach on Instagram. One of my gynecologist friends, she used to make a lot of Instagram content. And I told her that your audience is would-be mothers who need problems solved in depth. They cannot just look at a 30-second reel or 45-second reel and make decisions based on that. You need to go into depth of the problem. You need to explain the consequences, the symptoms, and then the solutions. And then your audience will trust you. Would-be mothers that's a very sensitive matter. So you cannot trust somebody on a 30-second reel. When we moved her from Instagram to focus on her YouTube, that's when she started closing more clients, because that is where her trust was building much more. Way more problems were being solved. So if you want to build a personal brand that is deeply trusted, that has a lot of credibility, you must move to long form content. Young boy trying to make it in this big world, big industry, people find aspirational. And so if you are a professional who has had that journey, maybe you have not reached where you want to be. I have not reached where I want to be. So you can show your journey. You can actually talk to people about where you come from. What were your experiences early in your life? What did you do initially? What struggles did you went through? How did you learn or see a situation through? That is going to build a lot of trust for you, and they're going to get emotionally connected with you. When that happens, you build connections for life. His content is extremely reelable and memeable. So reelable content is when people take your 1 hour episode, edit out 20 seconds or 30 seconds or 40 seconds of content and post it as a reel. So those 30-second clips help a lot of meme pages, and they are posting for their own growth. But they are actually benefiting Samay Raina because people who watch those clips find it funny and then go watch the entire episode. Everybody who comes to the show becomes popular, especially the Sharon Varma girl, Hindi poetry guy. Then there was this wacky character. I don't remember. He was in some movie. Many guys who got so popular, got so much work from the show. Panelists have revived their careers. So it's beneficial for everybody, and everybody loves to post when they visit the show as an audience, as panelist, or as a contestant. So it becomes really shareable. So these were some of the reasons that you can actually use to grow your own personal brand. Now coming to the review of the show. Alia Bhatt, Sharvari, Ashish Solanki, Balraj Ghai and Samay Raina. They came together and made the season 2 episode 1. I'll start with something very sinister. If you have heard about AI plus phones, kind of a scam they are playing. This is no less than a scam. They are marketing themselves as an Indian owned company, made in India product, but they're actually imported from China. Their technology, their software, hardware, everything, their designs, everything is imported from China. They don't have any security in their phones as they claim. I'm talking about claims versus reality. All of the other phones also do this, like Oppo, Vivo, a lot of other phones do this. But if you are claiming, then you are liable to reply to those things. Before this, Samay Raina used to make fun his sponsors, even in a fun way. He never once made fun of that. You can just assume how heavily he was paid. Good for him, no problem. But it's just a sense of him not being genuine. I had a lot of expectations because promotion plus expectations were very high. But season 2, my one word review would be disappointing. I think Sharvari was trying to be cool, she isn't cool at all, and it became so predictable after it was done 1 or 2 times. The contestants were too clean. Like the first contestant who was given the majority of the show, like she was given around 10 minutes or so. Not funny at all. That singer portion was not funny at all. Not funny at all. It's not funny! The girl who said nahi in the end, she was way more funnier. That was more like the Latent we are used to. This felt like a filtered, a washed down, a clean up, unfunny version of the Latent that we are used to. Samay Raina was still the same. He was still cracking jokes, but the panel was too, sanitized. And I'm not talking about vulgarity, but it was just they were not ready for jokes. The jokes didn't come. It was lame. Everybody was laughing, and we were trying to find moments that would make us laugh instead of moments making us laugh. Nothing stuck with me. I don't even remember any character. That Marathi guy, you tell me, he acted for 1.5 minutes. He did not break character, but he answered every question. If your character is half committed to the act, then it's stupid. I will reference the other guy, I'll put up his picture. He was the guy who actually took that to the end. He kept his character throughout the episode. But this guy who they praised so much, the problem is not that guy. I am shocked how Alia Bhatt and Sharvari were praising that guy. The actors were praising them like this was some Marlon Brando on screen. I just found that extremely stupid. It was frustrating to watch. I think it was just like how Alpha movie is going to be. That people are going to see, oh, that's a moment. Oh, that's no moment you have to laugh. Oh, that's a nationalistic moment. Oh, we have to hate this character. It's going to be force-fed, but it's not going to be anything. I am frustrated by the show. I'm probably not going to. I'm going to watch another episode, maybe thinking that it might be funny, but then I'm going to drop off because it's not going to be funny. If one episode is like this was like a Kapil Sharma show with some abuses. Didn't like it at all. What you guys thought of season 2 Latent, as well as what you thought of Samay Raina's personal brand. Subscribe. See you later.